I think we all need to rise up and praise the Biden administration for what you're about to see.
It was a homecoming they had only dreamed of until today. Today, the Gomez family officially welcomed friends to their new home in North Austin. Gabriel Gomez tells us it's his dream. This is what he wanted for his children. It is the first home for this family of four, and it is the first time they have lived in anything bigger than one bedroom for 8 years.
¿Cuál es la reacción? Nosotros estamos muy felices.
Eyuveles Rengel says they are very happy, and this is an
Don't
important
even
step
speak
for their
English.
family. Originally from Venezuela, they worked and worked in food service as an auto mechanic, delivering food, factory work. When they first arrived in Chicago in 2022 as new arrivals, they landed at Grace and Peace Church.
Now, mind you, they've only been in America for 2 years, and they already are homeowners. I mean, we have American citizens who've been here their whole life, 30, 40, 50 years, haven't even smelt a new home. I mean, you know what? I don't blame these immigrants for taking advantage of the loophole that the Biden administration has set forth for them. I mean, you can't really blame them. But I do blame the people who constantly go and vote these Democrats into office, knowing that they are not knowing that the American people, especially the people who are voting for them, are not their main priority. Now, these people can't even speak English. I'm trying to figure out how how can they maintain residency, live the American dream, and they can't even speak English. I don't get this. That means that the American people, we're gonna have to adapt to them. They don't have to adapt to us.
This home is the first of 4 distressed West Side homes the church bought, rehabbed, and sold.
We met them at the bus and they were so distressed and worked through a whole process with them. And now they're stabilizing their own home. It's awesome.
With all of their savings.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome for them, but you got to look at the residents of Chicago. I mean, do you know the budget for the money spent on immigrants per year is $400 million. You mean to tell me you can't solve homelessness, the hunger problem in Chicago with $400 million a year? And to make matters worse, Chicago is working with a $235 million deficit. That means they overspent their budget to pay for the migrants, and they are not paying any taxes. I mean, that tax money is coming from the United States citizens. I mean, and this is the woman you want to vote for? I mean, check this out. As Americans, we vote for our own demise. Because that's basically what's going on here. I knew a long time ago that they are replacing us. I mean, some people can't see it. Some people still don't see it. Have you ever noticed the only people who are getting out in front of the TV camera and supporting Kamala Harris are rich people? It's rich people because there's nothing that the Biden administration can do to them. Where I say Kamala, whatever. I think it's Kamala. Is it Kamala? But I won't say Kamala. If I'm wrong, then somebody let me know. Kamala. The only damage she can do to rich people is they have to pay more taxes. That's it. They're gonna always have a home, a roof over their head. They're gonna always have money. Now, us, the American citizens, especially the middle class, now we are struggling. I thought I was, like I said in our previous video, I thought I was middle class. I felt like middle class, but I don't feel like middle class at this moment. I mean, like I said, I don't besmirch anybody for coming and taking taking advantage of the system that the Biden administration has set forth. I mean, but you got to look at their own citizens. We should come first. I mean, I'm not struggling, but I'm thinking about other people who are homeless and don't have the financial means to take care of themselves by themselves. They always got to go get government assistance. And those the resources are being drained by illegal aliens, migrants, I don't say aliens. And then I was reading in this article with the money that had been approved for them, the alderman approved an additional $70 million for Chicago migrants. And that was in April the 19th of this year. I mean, see, they're already hemorrhaging money, but they're going to advocate for more money. I mean, this is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. And I just feel terrible that the American people, a lot of the American people just don't see it. Some people are wising up, but I don't think it's not enough. And basically, the only thing that's going on now is they are creating more Democrats. Because think about this. All these people, illegals coming over here, who are helping them? Democrats. Who are trying to get them out of this country? Republicans. So who you think they're going to vote for? I mean, who would you vote for? Anybody who's going to keep you here. I mean, I think this is a freaking disgrace. I mean, like I said, I ain't knocking them for taking advantage of the system, but you know, Americans should come first. And the majority of the money that they're making, they're gonna send right back to their relatives over wherever they came from. I mean, that's always been a trend. This sucks. That's why you really can't talk politics with people. Like, this is basically the truth. But a lot of people don't want to hear it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Please comment on the video. I like to hear what other people have to say about this. And this is going on in Chicago, and it's happening all over the country in certain sectors that a lot of people don't know about, especially with the Haitians. But we'll talk about that on another video. But like I said, please comment and subscribe to the video. Definitely comment, because I want to hear what other people think about this situation. Like I said, I don't mind proper immigrant entry into the country, because there's a policy for that. But all this money has been allocated to illegals. No, man, that money could be. And how can they come up with all this money for illegals, but they can come up with the money to people who are already struggling in Chicago? I'm just using Chicago as an example, because this video is taking place in Chicago. You know, Chicago's always had a problem with homelessness for years. But they can come up with all this money and then they go into a deficit. That's the messed up part. I can understand if the money already set aside, but the money wasn't set aside. That money that's taxpayer money. And I'm pretty sure it's been funded by the government. So if the government can fund this situation that's created by the government, then they should have been able to fund help for, which I know they do help a little, but it's not to eradicate the problem. But you mean tell me $400 million a year couldn't eradicate homelessness and feed the people in Chicago who really need it? I think they can. Like I say, this is a disgrace. Like I say, please comment, rate, and subscribe to the video, and let me know what you think.